Welcome to the Taste China Learn English.
Thank you. It is great to be here for this deep dive.
I mean, imagine a dish so important, so, special that it was originally created just for emperors.
Right.
Yet today, its perfectly cooked skin and sweet smell are going to be our secret weapons for learning the English language. Today, we are taking a journey to the city of Beijing.
And, when people think of Beijing, they often picture huge ancient buildings.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
might think of walking along the Great Wall, or, well, they might think of the famous Forbidden City.
Right, the big tourist spots.
Exactly. But today, we're looking at something you can eat. We are exploring what is known as the king of Beijing food.
Oh, the absolute king.
Yes, Peking duck, or as it is known in Chinese, Beijing kaya.
And we are using this royal dish as a tool for you, our listener, because, well, when you learn words about food, you learn words you can use every single day.
You really do. Food is everywhere.
Yeah, right. So we are going to explore specific, descriptive English words today. We will learn the words you need to talk about this really famous dining experience.
And we will take our time, right?
Absolutely. We're going to take our time, speak slowly, and really understand how to use these English words together.
Because learning a new language feels much easier when you are talking about something you enjoy.
Yeah. And food is something everyone enjoys.
Exactly.
Wow.
The lesson we are looking at today gives us some wonderful action words and feeling words too. These words will help you paint a clear picture in someone's mind when you speak English.
So before we can eat the duck, we really must understand how it is cooked.
Right. The cooking process is key.
Because this duck is not just put into a normal home oven.
Huh.
You cannot just put it in a microwave.
Oh, definitely not.
The traditional way of cooking this dish uses something called a hanging oven.
Yeah, the hanging oven is very important. And the word hanging, well, it means the duck is suspended in the air.
Up in the air.
Right.
Yeah.
It is not sitting flat in a pan. It is tied up and hung vertically.
Vertically, so like straight up and down.
Exactly. Straight up and down inside a really large hot oven. And the heat, it comes from an open fire at the very bottom.
Wait, I am a little confused about the fire part.
Oh, how so?
Well, wood fires usually make food taste like heavy smoke, right? Almost like ash or dirty smoke.
Oh, normal wood can do that.
So how do they cook the duck over an open fire without ruining the taste of the meat?
Well, what's fascinating here is the choice of wood. They do not use standard wood or coal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they use fruit wood.
Fruit wood.
Yes, that means wood from fruit trees. Trees like pear trees or apple trees.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
And fruit wood burns very cleanly. It does not create dirty, dark smoke.
Mhm.
Instead, it creates a very sweet, light smoke.
Ah, I see. So it is kind of like a specialized fruit-scented sauna for the duck.
A sauna. That is a great way to describe it.
So instead of tasting like dirt, the smoke puts the sweet flavor of the apple directly into the meat from the very start.
Exactly right.
Because the duck is hanging it up in the air, it is not sitting in its own juices. The sweet smoke travels up and just covers the duck completely.
It does.
And this process gives the duck our first very special English word. That word is aroma.
Yes. Aroma is an excellent word for our listeners to learn today.
Let's spell it out. Aroma. Aroma.
And it is a noun, which means it is a naming word. It means a very pleasant, recognizable smell.
So it is always a good smell.
Yes, exactly. You do not use the word aroma for bad things.
Like you would never say your dirty shoes have an aroma.
No, never. You only use aroma for a good rick smell.
Yeah.
Like coffee has an aroma.
Oh, fresh bread has an aroma.
Right. And the fruit wood gives this duck a sweet, beautiful aroma.
That makes you hungry before you even see the food.
It really does.
But, the hanging method does more than just give the duck a good smell.
True.
The way it cooks directly creates the most famous part of Peking duck. It changes the texture.
Okay, let's unpack this word. Texture.
Yes, let's unpack this.
Texture is how food feels in your mouth. Is it hard? Is it soft? That is texture.
Right.
By hanging the duck vertically in the air, well, gravity does the hard work.
How does gravity help cook it?
Well, as the duck gets hot, the fat under the skin starts to melt.
Okay, I am picturing that.
And because the duck is hanging straight down, that hot fat drips down the bird.
Oh, so it is washing the meat in hot oil, basically.
Yeah. Exactly. The hot fat drips away from the skin.
Which means the skin gets dry.
Right. This leaves the skin completely dry so it can cook perfectly in the heat of the fire.
Ah, that makes sense.
The skin turns golden and very shiny. And because all the wet fat has dripped away, the skin becomes extremely crispy.
Crispy. Oh, I love that word. This is our next English word for you, the listener. Crispy.
It is a great describing word.
Practice saying it out loud wherever you are right now. Crispy.
Notice the sounds in that word.
Yeah, notice how the C and the P almost make a sharp cracking sound in your mouth. Crispy. That is exactly what the word means.
Right. Crispy describes something that is firm and dry, but breaks very easily.
Like a potato chip.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you bite into something crispy, you hear a loud noise. You hear a crunch.
And a perfect Peking duck has skin that is so crispy, it breaks the second you bite it.
It is so delicate.
It is so delicate that it almost feels like sugar melting on your tongue.
It really does melt.
But the magic of this dish is what happens under that crispy skin.
Right, the inside.
While the skin gets dry and loud, the meat underneath stays very tender.
Tender. That is another essential word for describing food.
Let's spell that one too. Tender. Tender.
Tender means the meat is very soft. It is full of juices.
So it is very easy to chew.
Exactly. It is the exact opposite of hard or dry.
But wait, I have a question. How does the meat stay so soft and wet if the skin outside gets so dry in the oven?
Remember the melting fat we just talked about?
Yes, the fat dripping down.
Right. As that fat drips down the hanging duck, it covers the meat underneath the skin. It protects the meat from the dry fire. So the meat stays completely wet and soft, even while the skin on the outside gets hard and crispy.
Wow. That brings us to why this dish is famous all over the world.
Because of the texture.
Yes, but more than that, the secret to perfect cooking is often about balance.
Balance, right.
The true magic of Peking duck is not just that the skin is crispy, and it is not just that the meat is tender.
No, it is both.
Right. The magic is that both of these complete opposites happen in the exact same bite.
It is amazing.
You get the loud crunch of the dry skin and the soft, wet feel of the tender meat all together.
So now the duck is fully cooked.
It has the beautiful aroma of the apple wood.
It is crispy on the outside.
And it is tender on the inside.
But getting the duck from the oven to your mouth, well, it is a very careful process.
Wait, why is it so careful? Why bring the whole bird to the dining table?
That's a very good question.
I mean, why not just cut it in the kitchen and bring the small pieces out on plates? It seems like a lot of extra work to bring a whole hot duck into a crowded restaurant.
It is because of the steam.
Steam, like hot water in the air.
Yes. If the hot duck sits in the kitchen after it is cut, the hot steam rising from the wet, tender meat will touch the dry skin.
Oh no.
And water makes dry things wet. If the duck waits in the kitchen, the steam will make the perfectly crispy skin soggy and soft.
You lose the crunch. That makes total sense.
You have to act fast.
That urgent need to save the crunch is exactly why the chef has to bring the duck directly to your table.
Yes, you have to eat it immediately.
It becomes a live performance for the guests.
Imagine you are sitting at your table.
Okay, I am picturing it.
You can smell that sweet aroma. You can see the hot steam rising.
Yeah.
And you watch the chef work right in front of you.
And the chef uses a very sharp knife, right?
Yes, a very sharp knife to perform our next vocabulary word. The chef is there to carve the duck.
Carve. Let's spell that. C-A-R-V-E. Carve. Let us explain the difference between carving and just cutting. for our learners.
It's a good idea.
Because if I take a knife and chop a carrot, I'm cutting it, but I am not carving it.
Right. When we use the word carve in English, it means cutting cooked meat into slices.
Just cooked meat.
Usually, yes. But it also shows high skill. Carving is careful. It is exact.
Ah, I see.
You carve a special piece of meat. You do not just chop it quickly and messily. That is why we call it a performance rather than just meal prep.
Right. Imagine the pressure on the chef.
Oh, it is high pressure.
A master chef can carve more than 100 thin slices in just 2 or 3 minutes.
That is incredible speed.
You are carving 100 perfect slices at lightning speed, and hungry people are watching your hands move the whole time.
And every single slice must follow a strict rule.
A rule?
Yes, the chef cannot just cut the meat anywhere.
Why not?
Every single one of those 100 slices must contain a piece of the crispy skin and a piece of the tender meat.
Because if a slice only has meat, you lose the balance. You need the crunchy sound and the soft feeling in every single piece.
Yes, in every bite.
So the master chef finishes the performance. The beautiful slices of crispy and tender duck are resting on the table.
But wait, the meal is still not ready to eat?
Right. The chef has finished their job. Now it is your turn to act.
Yes, the eater has to work now.
Because eating Peking duck requires you to do some work. You absolutely do not use a fork to eat this duck.
No forks allowed.
If you try to eat Peking duck with a fork, you are doing it wrong.
Very wrong.
Here's where it gets really interesting for our English learners. Instead of a fork, you have to build a wrap.
A wrap. W-R-A-P.
Yes. A wrap is a food package that you make yourself using your hands.
And this part of the meal teaches us some fantastic English action words.
Yes, we are going to learn verbs. Verbs are words that show action.
Like running or jumping.
Exactly. And the steps to build the perfect wrap show us how to describe a sequence naturally.
A sequence is an order of events. Step 1, step 2.
Right, so first you start with a spring pancake.
A spring pancake.
This is a very thin, very warm, round piece of bread. You lay this thin pancake flat on your plate. That is your base.
Okay, then comes your first action word. You spread sweet bean sauce on the pancake.
Let us talk about the word spread. S-P-R-E-A-D.
Good word.
Spread means to cover a surface with a thin layer of something.
Right, you do not just drop a big pile of sauce in the middle of the bread.
No, you take a little bit of the sweet dark bean sauce.
And then?
You use your tool to push the sauce flat. You push it gently across the warm pancake so it covers the whole circle very thinly.
You spread it, and after you spread the sauce, the next step is to add the food.
Add the duck.
Yes, you take a few beautiful slices of duck that the chef just carved for you. You put those on the sauce.
Okay, the meat is on.
Then you add small pieces of crunchy green cucumber.
For freshness. Right?
Exactly. And finally, you add thin strips of green onion.
Wow. So now you have a small mountain on your plate.
It looks beautiful.
You have the warm pancake, the flat sweet sauce, the rich duck, the cold cucumber, and the fresh onion.
But you cannot pick it up yet.
No, if you pick it up flat, it will all fall out.
Right. You need our next action word.
Yes. You must fold it.
To fold means to bend something over upon itself. F-O-L-D, fold.
So how do I fold it?
You take the edge of the round spring pancake, you bend it over the meat and vegetables.
Like closing a book.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Then you bend the bottom up. You make a neat small package that you can securely hold in your fingers.
And then your wrap is complete.
Yes.
And when you finally take a bite of this wrap that you built with your own hands,
Oh, it is the best part.
the mix of all those flavors gives us a truly wonderful English word. The result is divine.
Divine. Let's spell that. D-I-V-I-N-E. Divine.
This is a very strong positive word.
Very strong. It means extremely good or wonderful.
But divine has a very special history. The word divine originally means something that comes from God or comes from heaven.
That is true.
And think back to the beginning of our journey today. We said Peking duck was created for emperors.
Right. In ancient Chinese history.
Yes, and the emperor was known as the son of heaven.
Ah, that makes the word divine a perfect choice here.
It really does.
When you say the food is divine, you are saying it tastes like a little piece of heaven in your mouth. You are eating a meal meant for the Son of Heaven.
It perfectly describes the warm duck, the sweet bean sauce, and the fresh vegetables all mixed together inside that thin pancake.
It is a divine experience.
It is, but wait, before we finish, the source material gives us one final special tip.
Oh, right. The secret tip.
A secret insider way to enjoy the duck.
Yes, this is a tip just for the skin.
Okay.
Before you make your wrap with a pancake, you can take a piece of just the skin.
Just the skin, no meat.
Just the skin. Remember that golden, shiny, crispy skin that we talked about earlier?
Oh, yes, the crispy part.
You can take a piece of that skin and dip it into a small dish of white sugar.
Wait, really? Why sugar?
It sounds strange, right?
Yeah, the duck already has the sweet bean sauce. Is that not enough sweetness?
Well, it is not just about the sweetness. It is about the feeling.
The texture again.
Yes. Earlier, we said the perfectly crispy skin is so delicate that it almost melts like sugar in your mouth.
Right.
When you dip that hot, crispy skin into actual dry sugar, the rough sugar crystals mix with the hot duck fat.
Oh, wow. So it makes that melting feeling even stronger?
Exactly.
The rough sugar and the crispy skin break down together on your tongue.
Yes. It is a very small detail, but it changes the whole dining experience.
That is so interesting.
It shows us that there is always more to learn about a culture's food traditions. Even if you know how to build the wrap, learning the secret of the sugar adds a whole new way to enjoy the food.
It's been such a helpful journey through language and food.
I'm getting hungry just talking about it.
Me too. Learning these words makes me want to go find a restaurant right now.
Definitely.
So let us do a quick word tour, a review of the key English vocabulary we learned today.
Good idea.
Because remember, these are words you can use to describe many different meals, not just duck.
Right. First, we learned the noun aroma, a pleasant, good smell,
Yeah.
like the sweet smell of the applewood fire.
Next, we learned crispy, firm and dry, making a sharp, loud noise when you bite it, like the golden skin of the duck.
We learned tender, meat that is soft, wet with juices, and very easy to chew.
We learned the action word carve, to carefully cut cooked meat into perfect slices using high skill and a very sharp knife.
We'll learn another action word, spread, to push something flat to cover a surface with a thin layer, like pushing sweet sauce on a pancake.
We learned the action word fold, to bend something over upon itself to make a small package.
And finally, we learned the feeling word, divine, extremely good and wonderful, a piece of heaven.
7 beautiful English words to practice.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it is so important.
How so?
Because food really is a universal language. Every person in the world eats, and everyone enjoys a good meal. When you know the English vocabulary to describe a meal clearly, you are doing something very powerful.
Right, like when you can explain the aroma or the crispy texture.
Or how to fold a wrap. When you can do that, you are building a bridge between cultures. You can share your own favorite foods with people all over the world.
That is the perfect way to look at it. Being able to explain a meal step by step is an amazing way to practice your English.
It is very practical.
So, we leave you, our listener, with a final thought to mull over today.
Something to think about.
Yes. Think about your own favorite local dish from your hometown.
Close your eyes and imagine it.
Now, if you had to teach someone English by describing how to eat that exact dish step by step, what words would you use?
That is a great exercise.
How would you describe the texture? What action words would you need?
Try to write them down.
Stay hungry for knowledge and keep practicing your English. See you next time.